Hello YouTube, this is Tammy Pie and I'm back with another video. It is September 1st. Happy Labor Day to you in the US. And we're going to do the hashtag Deck of the Month, hashtag Deck of the Year Project 2025, which Masha from Musings by Masha created at the beginning of this year, and I've been keeping up. I can't even believe it, but I've been keeping up. So this month was weird. It was a weird August. The last push of the summer ad campaign, weirdness with tariffs and continued like odd pressure coming out of politics and increased strain with people's budgets and the weird effect that the terrible economy is having on people has, despite me trying to keep my head firmly in the sand, dribbles down. It never stops. And that kind of sucks. But, we live and we go on. So I had a few things come in. I had actually expected other things, but postage has also been kind of strange. Because I live on an island, things come by ship. So ground postage is not actually ground postage, it's water postage. And how things come is they come in giant containers on ships that carry a bunch of giant containers. So ground mail has to sit and wait until the container is full. So, and then it goes to Honolulu, Oahu, generally first, because that is the largest city by population, and sometimes it sits there for another little while. So I think that I probably have a couple of my Kickstarters over there, but I did finally get my cracked amethyst package, and I did an unboxing of that. I was sent a gift, the Royal Fez Moroccan, which I still haven't done I haven't had proper time with it yet, but I'm thrilled with it. The cardstock is beautiful. The copy that was sent to me by Joe is really a lovely copy, and I was thrilled to be gifted that. I got I purchased secondhand 2 decks from Libra Moon this month, which was it was kind of a goal, was to get at least 1 deck from them. And so I got Paul's Moon and the Oracle of Medieval Beasts, secondhand from a fellow YouTuber. And I also was really happy to get although it went on sale after this, so I think I kind of overpaid for it, but my Jacques Viville. So that's nice because I'm always looking for different kinds of Marseille decks, and that it's a really nice, it's a beautiful color, that deck. And I also this month, I believe, received the When Olga Speaks, which is a gorgeous oracle. It's I don't collect a ton of oracles, so when I do, when I do keep them anyway, they're usually something unusual and beautiful. And When Olga Speaks is by Sasha Lopez is really a nice one. And I'm also hoping that when I got that, I bought the set of both When Olga Speaks and her latest one, The Long Road Home. The Long Road, I think it's called The Long Road Home. So those are the decks that I got in. Of course, Cracked Amethyst, the mini Idiosyncra deck, and the mini Amethyst Oracle. And then I also got a couple of the expansions for the bot deck. So I added in those. And then I played around with my bot deck. I still have it over at the apartment. I forgot how much I love that deck, but I really do enjoy playing around with the bot deck. I have also this month been doing I started doing the Spirit Keepers deep dive. And I didn't go the traditional route. I started with the Aces and the Magician, but I didn't go the traditional route, which would be to do the Aces, the 2s, the 3s, or just go through the deck in order. I chose not to do that because I wanted to really spend some time and have a good time with it. And I felt like if I tried to do it that way, I would burn out. And this month it's been a strange month. My energy has been kind of all over the place. I am both exhausted from a really busy summer and also kind of in this weird, almost stagnant place where I can't get things going that I wanted to get going. And yet there is a Sibilla practice that I'm going to start today over on Instagram. And I just have one Sibilla deck. I have the one La Photo Sibilla that I've posted a bunch on. And in fact, I think that was my February deck of the month. It was one of my deck of the months. So I'm going to spend another month with that deck and enjoy it. But let's take a look at some of these decks, just because these are all really cool decks, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to spend kind of doing little deck parades. First, let's look at When Olga Speaks. I did show this a bit, but also my garage sale find. We went to a church rummage sale, and I got these, or no, actually, I think this one and the other one below it, I got from an estate sale. Well, it was a garage sale. Look at this. Really fabulous keywords on here. These you'll notice a little bit the colors in the titles. So these oracle cards they're in suits, and the little guidebook that comes in the box has a layout for every suit. But just outstanding collage work. Really. Yeah. But that's the kind of month it's been. It's been just, I can't even remember the beginning of the month. So yeah, when the person who sold me the Libra Moon decks told me she had this one too that she was letting go, I said, yeah, I do actually want that one. And partly because this one has the Fool that doesn't have that sharp beard, which bugs me. But also this really nice, this is a fall color palette. So that was kind of a a nice score. And these purples in this, really beautiful. Yeah. So I'm super stoked to have the Artisan Tarot Jacques Viville. Over on Instagram, I don't know if she did it on Facebook and YouTube as well, but on Instagram, Lennox Reese was running a giveaway, and I won. I was one of the randomly picked people, and I got the Folkloric Forest, which I've been reading in the guidebook and just drawing a couple cards here and there. I love this deck. I did not expect to love this deck as much as I love this deck. I love this deck. It's very kind of animistic. The little white book that she wrote is beautifully written. It's very personal. And yeah, this is just super good. Funny. This bears some resemblance to a card I drew in the Cracked Amethyst the other day. And of course the weasel reminds me a little of the mongoose that are around here. So yeah. Surprised but not surprised to be really into this. Isn't this skull weird? It feels like something went wrong there. And that's an interesting energy to have in the Hermit card. One of the cards I'm doing in SKT right now is the Hermit card. And it's got a lot of kind of deeper stuff going on, doesn't it? But it's really nice to win something, because then it's like it takes the choice out of your hands. I mean, they allowed me to choose which deck I wanted, but it gives you kind of permission to go ahead and get one. And then, of course, the latest package I got was this one, which I'd been looking forward to. I can't even remember how long I've been waiting for this, because I do follow Jessica Bott on Instagram, and many of her things I've wanted to get, didn't have the money, missed out on, and she does not reprint. When she says she's not going to reprint, she doesn't reprint. These minis, that was a Kickstarter. This is the only time we're going to do this. I'm definitely going to get some mini bags for these, because Moonlit Fae mini bags, man. But Cracked Amethyst, of course, because I already kind of have a relationship with it, because I've been watching it get produced for so long. I'm just going to put the backs are lovely. The gilding's kind of weird, I got to admit. The cardstock is that kind of soft touch, a little bit petally, but it's thinner cardstock, so it's more like the Witch's Tarot. It shuffles really nicely. And I don't know what it is about these simple illustrations. I watched a comparison walkthrough with this and the Spacious Tarot, and there really is a lot of similarity. It has a completely different energy though. And these cards in a spread really work well together because of this type of art. And I can't wait to pair this with some other stuff. But yeah, this has already been a really magnificent reader for me. We'll leave it right there on the Hierophant. I was telling somebody earlier that the Hierophant has been my stalker card lately. And we'll do a little bit of the mini Cracked Amethyst. I'm going to move in a little bit. Hopefully my camera will be able to get into this. Air, autumn, chai. Oh yeah. See how tiny these are? It's my finger. Oh my God. Okay, and I'm going to give you a little bit of the idiosyncratic too while I'm all squeezed in here. And these are, for size comparison, if you didn't see my video, these are the same size as the little Mildred Payne Pocket Oracle. So they're really small. The Hanged Man. Ace of Stones. King of Cups. Oh, it's starting to rain. Okay. I'm going to show you. This is really, I gotta say, this was a highlight of the month for me, because it is just such a cool thing. To get a gift when somebody gives you a present. Okay, I had to move some of those cards because my table is starting to, you know, if you do videos, you know, you get like piles of things and they're about to tip over and then cards will go everywhere. But the Royal Moroccan Fez. And when Joe sent this to me, she was actually ill. She actually had to go to the hospital and came back from the hospital and mailed this to me. I was like, wow, that is just next level kindness. There are some people out there in the world that really are wonderful. And Joe is definitely one of them. But so I haven't had a whole lot of time to hang out with this, but I've done a couple spreads, and I put it together with a couple of things. This goes with everything. It goes with all my oracles. It's wonderful. And I love the just the old school kind of, it looks like etchings. It looks like etched artwork, which is really timeless and wonderful. Look at that Empress. Wow. But yeah, I'm definitely going to spend more time with this one. Maybe this month, if I can. And then this one, this really is a pride and joy moment too, because I had been watching walkthroughs and unboxings. Of course, Simon gets all these decks, and I wanted them so badly. And I kept going to the website and thinking, which one do I get? They're all so beautiful. So I had the opportunity and bought these secondhand from a fellow YouTuber. And we'll look at these for just a second. There's everyone's shown these, but your little leather-bound book. And then the number 3 of 750. So she was on it as far as the Kickstarter went. Kickstarter, pre-order. I think these were Kickstarted. The backs are stunning. Just stunning. Significator cards. I put these in order. So I'll kind of go through it with hunks. The Knight of Swords has 2 guys. She really did get great images for the card meanings. And again, you know, I got a bunch of decks in, but I was doing a deck study. So I spent a whole lot of time with Spirit Keepers and not a lot of time with any of these new ones. But that'll change, you know. We will be hanging out with them a little more later. And then let's look at the medieval beast, because this is just, again, with the fancy schmancy box and the gorgeous leatherette bound book. I put this in order too, so I don't know. This one I played around with a little bit more. I tried to pair it with a couple of things. And of course, it'll go with anything if you want it to. I don't always use a lot of Oracle, and I don't always pair. A lot of times I'm just doing tarot readings. This came up in one reading. But I love to have the Oracle as a anchor, or draw a card and have that be the question, right? What a tangled web we weave. Oh boy, ain't that the truth. I'll leave it on the Raven there, because that's so good. Oh my God. Okay, and these ones, the boxes are so beautiful, you can't really, or I can't bring myself to decant them into a bag. But that's all my decks that I got this month. Even though I played around with a lot of decks this month, I hung out a bit with MJ Cullinane. I've been using Thoth quite a bit because I'm still doing a deck and stroll, which I'm actually really happy with. I have kept up with it pretty well. And the second time is easier than the first time, I think. Is this thing tilting back more? I'm not sure. But I spent absolutely 100% the most time with my Spirit Keepers second printing of the Revelation edition. Just because I've been doing this deep dive with it and spending time with some other people who really have been kind of wanting to get deeply into this deck, but had not had time or the headspace for it, because this is one of those decks that people get overwhelmed with. And we started out with the Aces and the Magus, like I said. So these are the cards that I've kind of already gone over. I went into some of my favorite cards. And my next video, which I've started making, but like I said, I've been like off. It's like I can't get my rhythm going or something. It's really a strange feeling. So I couldn't get that finished, but I'm going to finish the 5 majors in Spirit Keepers, which are, oh, listen, isn't that nice when you start doing a really good video, and this is the kind of thing that's been happening. You know, I'll start recording and weird noises come along, or I just can't get my head behind what I'm doing. It's really frustrating, but the best way to go is just right through it. Just keep going. And that's what I've been doing. So I will continue the Spirit Keepers deep dive. I'm going to do, like I said, finish that 5 majors, which are renamed names you wouldn't necessarily recognize if you're used to the RWS meanings. And then I'm going to go into a couple more sets of majors with like minors that kind of go along with them. So I actually have some planning in place. And hopefully the bottleneck breaks in the shipping. I was kind of bummed that Madwitch put out a really beautiful collection. She's been all summer working on her sewing along with the garden, and just gorgeous. It's worth going and watching the video, even though the whole thing sold out, of course, instantly. But I wasn't able to get anything because of the whole shipping and the tariffs and everything. And it's really affecting us now. There have been several creators who have just said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to ship to the US anymore, which is a bummer. It's a bummer for us. This is kind of the first time America has had to put up with this kind of stuff, and we're really feeling it. I'm going to do the Sibilla practice. I'm going to do the continue with the Spirit Keepers deep dive, but I'm also thinking there's a couple tags that I'd really enjoy doing. There's another back to school tag that isn't just one deck. I did a back to school tag with just the Spirit Keepers. That was super fun. And then I don't know, I've been playing around in my big Jamie Sawyer book. Hang on. I got a few more stickers. Put my Max sticker on here. This is her dog Aria doing the hula. This is Max's his construction company that he had just and it was going gangbusters. He was really doing well. And this is a saying that he used to say, friends is friends, brothers is brothers. But I've also, along with doing stickers, been going into the Tiger Tarot, and I painted a couple of these things. I painted this one, which was really fun. I have these acrylic marker paints, and I got started doing this one. So, and that's the three Hawaiians. And of course I put all my stickers in there, and she's done a bunch more stickers, you guys. Go check out Jamie Sawyer 336. And that's one of the Kickstarters that I haven't gotten yet either, is my Jamie Sawyer, which I backed even though I have a preview copy, because I think I'm gonna mod my preview copy. I think I'm gonna take the borders down a little bit, not all the way, but down a little bit. Jamie did some modding on her Patreon. Did you guys see that Meg had her baby? Meg from Rose Honey Ritual. She had a baby boy. So congratulations to Meg. And she still has some videos that are going up, I think, but I think she's hanging out with a baby now. Let's see, what else? Future stuff. Aside from the Sibilla practice, Spirit Keepers, I think I want to spend a little more time with my MJ Culinanes. I should be getting Guardians of the Night as well. I hope she remembered to send that to me, because when I ordered it at the same time that I ordered the Pocket Raven's Prophecy. Oh, and Moonlit Fae. When I couldn't get anything from Giselle's thing, I ordered a couple of things from Moonlit Fae. She has these incredible crow or raven bags, and she also did a Celtic raven like keychain thing. She's doing these embroidered like talismans, which I loved. So I ordered one of those, and that helped. It helped assuage the sadness of not being able to get anything from Giselle anymore. But I'm sure that everyone that purchased from her is really loving the work that she did. And congratulations to those of you who got it. because it's art. It's sewing art. Let's not forget books. We did get to go over to Hilo and hang out at the library bookstore. Book Buyers of the Big Island, I think it's called, over there on in Hilo. Went there, and instead of picking up 777, I picked up this, which this is an old Gareth Knight book, and this is really, really readable for a Kabbalah book. And at the Waimea library sale, I picked up this, which is really cute. It was just in the free section, and even though it's a 2012 book, it still has a lot of like really nice, just informative stuff in it. So I'm happy to have that. I'm still sticking with my my detective novels, and I've been through 2 or 3 of those, and I just read them when I can, while the intern is sleeping, and return them to the walking path, take one, leave one libraries, and that is it for books, I think. Anything else? Nope, that's it. The intern is really starting to walk now. So we've all been busily trying to make sure that she doesn't crash into things. We've had a few face plants. And also, of course, you got to be careful what she's walking on. She'll step on books and step on toys, and it never seems to be like just the clear path. And she's, of course, still trying to balance and everything, so that's been pretty entertaining. And now we're going to have a toddler to chase, and that's exciting. But at least I gotta say, I'm kind of glad the summer is over. This summer has been rad. And even though we don't really get a real fall like you do in the mainland, the leaves don't change or anything like that. The ocean does change. And I'll put some footage on the back of this of some of the wave watching that I did the other day. But my mom is coming back. Football season is starting. Halloween is right around the corner. And let me tell you what, these witchy people on TarotTube are ready for Halloween this year. We need some good woo-woo. We need to just feel it, because it's been a really oppressive year, I think. Year over year over year, we keep saying, well, maybe next year will be better, and it just seems to not be. But the only way through it is to get through it, right? So I think I'm going to leave it there. Spirit Keepers, yes. Oh, the purse deck. My purse deck has been still the Truth and Story, my little mini color and story, which is still my tried and true purse deck. And I just love it. I love sitting on the seawall and doing like a little 3-card Lenormand pull with this mini. And Lori, thank you for reaching out and contacting me, because it was really good to know your reasoning behind that and the connection behind it. So I'm really stoked that this is again my purse deck, and that's it. And thank you for coming.